Well, that was just about as well as a first season could go. We won the Europa League. We won the German Cup. We didn't come close to winning Bundesliga because Bayern Munich are insane. But we have got over £100 million to spend in the summer and already got a team absolutely chock full of wonder kids. So as far as I'm concerned, we're going to do it all this year. If you weren't here yesterday, goodness me, where were you? But if you weren't here yesterday, we took over at Leipzig and we had a jolly good time of it. We took over in November with the team down in 6th place. We got them up to 3rd in the league, level on points with Dortmund. Yes, we're way behind Bayern Munich, but we qualified for the Champions League. We also won the Europa League and the German Cup and spent some money. We had some significant transfers go on last season. As you can see, lots of superstar wonder kids coming in. The board gave me a sign under 21 players instruction, which has now been removed, so we can be a little bit more flexible with our players coming in. And we also trimmed the massive squad. We had 39 players in our first team squad, but we are slowly but surely trimming that down. We are now down to 27, and there's a few more already arranged to be leaving. We've got 5 more on their way out. 3 already arranged to be coming in, and despite all those transfers that are already arranged, we still have over £100 million left to spend and loads of spare wage budget. The one thing I've done off camera, I don't know why it's not showing it, is we just went through the transfer clauses and just sold any transfer clauses we could, just to basically bring in as much money as we possibly could, which is why we've added back about an extra 5 or 6 million to where we were last night. But the plan from here is it's transfer ahoy. We also have a little bit of a glitch whereby I accidentally left the retro regen mod running from when I did the experiment with the 1999 database. So in addition to all of the wonder kids we've got in our world, we've also got all of the players who turned 16 in the year 2000 or 99, 2000 have all started coming through. Here's an example of one, Robin van Persie. There's lots of these scattered around. It's basically just a case of trying to figure out who was 16 at that point, and then we can go and find them and try and sign them. The problem is none of them want to leave their clubs that they're at. I think it's not hard-coded, but fairly set in stone in Football Manager that players don't really leave their original club until they turn 18. It's one of the reasons why it's so hard to sign Endrick early on in the game. So I don't know that we're going to be able to sign any of these. There's the possibility of maybe getting 1 or 2 on loan because they seem more conducive to loans than permanent moves. So as soon as the transfer window opens on the 1st of July, we're going to put in a loan offer for Robin van Persie and see what happens. But even without getting any of these glitchy regens that shouldn't be there, we've got loads of money to spend. We've already got some pretty good players coming in, and we need to go shopping. So the plan is get through to the 1st of July, see what the situation is with them, and then plan the rest of the summer from there. With Van der Voort coming in, apparently he's coming in as our new best goalkeeper at 22 years old. So there's an argument that we perhaps don't need another goalkeeper. I would argue we probably do. I think goalkeeper is probably still our weakness, even with several wonder kid goalkeepers in there. And there's a few other areas we could probably bring somebody in, maybe left back, maybe another defender. I mean, we've got 100 million to spend and we no longer have to just sign under 21s. So there's plenty of shenanigans to be had, and shenanigans will be had, I assure you. We've got a few players who want to leave. So there's going to be a few more leaving yet, probably, as we continue to try and trim this squad down to a sensible size, which, of course, is the plan. None of these guys will join before 18, but we're going to see if we can get them on loan. Maybe we'll be able to get them on loan. If we can't even get them on loan, then I guess we just have to kind of pretend they don't exist. Yeah, we'll pay 800,000 for Yaya Toure. The only problem is we could agree to sign him, but he's still not going to join us until he's 18. So we'll get Yaya Toure signed up for the future. But he can't sign for us for a year. There you go. We've got Yaya Toure. He wants to be a star player. I mean, that's probably fair. He probably will be a star player with another year of development in him. But that seems to be the key, finding them when they're still at really obscure clubs. We're not going to drag them away from Barcelona or Bayern Munich, or Feyenoord even, apparently. But if they're earning no money in the Ivory Coast, then apparently they're more likely to agree to a move. But nobody can move until they're 18 anyway. There we go. New boys are in. Send them all to go and learn German. Give them some squad numbers. And welcome them to the club. And then we'll have a look at our squad situation. Work out what we do actually need. So, Van der Voort, I mean, he's good, but he's not like Champions League winning goalkeeper good, is he, at this age? We've signed 3 goalkeepers now, and none of them are as good as we need a goalkeeper. We need a real grown-up goalkeeper, but that is going to get in the way of the development of all these young goalkeepers. There you go. We've got baby Haaland as well. And Sheldrup. I've never signed Sheldrup before, I don't think. In fact, no, that's not true. I think I did sign him. I feel like I've signed him and played him at left back somewhere, and I don't know where, when, or why. I definitely have memories of playing this guy at fullback and everyone getting cross about it. Maybe on FM23. Yeah, he's never really got much of an opportunity at Leipzig. Not at Leipzig, we're Leipzig, at Paris Saint-Germain. 1st of July, I think that's everyone gone who was going and everyone arrived who was arriving. There's still a few we want to get rid of. Our squad is now down to 24 players. We're actually getting close to a sensible sized squad, because if Angelino and Isaacson leave as well, that's just down to 22 players. There's probably some of these we can dump in our new B team as well. Like Isaacson... Why don't we have the option to dump them in the new B team? We have a B team now. That Dennis Simon is in, apparently. Hold on, has he come out of the first team? Oh, that's amazing. It's automatically moved some players to the B team. Who's been moved to the B team? We spent £39 million on a goalkeeper for our B team. That's amazing. What league are the B team in? They're not. They have no fixtures scheduled. I think we might be hampering Simon's development if we leave him in the B team. We might just move him back to the first team squad. The rest of these, like Bullet as well, let's get him in the first team squad as well. The rest of these can stay here, though. And can we move Isaacson into the B team? Or is that not some... Apparently we can't move players into the B team. I love how glitched B teams are in FM. So, goalkeeper, we definitely need a proper goalkeeper. Left back, if Angelino's leaving and we want to play Guardiola centre back, we've only got one left back, so we need a left back. Right back, I think we're fine with those two. Centre back, well, if he's a right back, we've got just the 4. It's the same 4 we had last year. They're all fine. Could we upgrade Amaro? Maybe. Maybe we could. Maybe we don't need to because he's got potential. And then central midfield, we have been a bit bloated in this area, but Tofa won't play there. Chalaba won't play there. Elias won't play this. We've got 6 central midfielders. In fact, he's a right back, isn't he? Is he a right back? Do we play him right? Hold on, we were counting him as a right back before. So actually, we need a right back as well. So we need a right back and a left back. And then I think 6 central midfielders is okay. Almost probably an attacking midfielder. So those 5 at central midfield, I think, is okay. And then for attacking midfield, it's kind of... I mean, we've got all of those guys can play attacking midfield. I don't really want to get rid of any of them. Left wing, and Kunku won't play there. Olmo probably won't. Werner and Leonardo are strikers. So we've got Sheldrup, Arsene. I mean, that's still a nice little selection of left wingers. And then at right wing, if we say we've got Elias and Arsene, and then we've got other players who can go out there, maybe we could get another right winger. And then up front, we've got quite the selection now. because we'd probably go with those 4 as fighting out for one striker spot. So we definitely need goalkeeper, left back, right back, and then maybe we could get a midfielder and a right winger as well if we're feeling fancy. Try Claudio Bro. I mean, are you literally listing more under 18s? We can't sign the under 18s, everybody. The retro regens. We can't. One moment. Everybody, maybe write this down. The retro regens, we cannot purchase them until they are 18. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Livakovic probably would have gone somewhere by now. He usually does. With 2 seasons in. Oh. Interesting. We might get him then. Another one we have previous with. He's exactly what we're looking for. A little bit older. Pretending we're going to do this long term. He could be our goalkeeper for a year or 2 and then Simon can take over. The only advantage of Unai Simon is we've also got Dennis Simon, and we can just have like Simons all the way through. That can just be what we have in goal. Oh, Leipzig, that's the club where every goalkeeper is called Simon. That would be quite cool. I'd like that, but maybe that won't help us win a Champions League. Oh, Rendell Correa. I love this guy. He's a right back, really, isn't he? I mean, we do need a right back, because we might just sign him anyway. Porto, Benfica, and Hertha want Malacia. I might just get Rendell Correa, because then he can be like cover on both sides. And then we've got Raum and Gvardiol and Simican and Rendell Correa. And Simican and Gvardiol can both cover at centre-back as well. And Rendell Correa can play both sides. And we don't necessarily need to go and get 2 if we get him. 40 million. Yeah. That seems like good business to me. Might get Malacia as well. He's on the transfer list. That means he's going to be bargain-tastic. We're filling the squad. This is the new plan. Fill the squad. Caicedo's still at Brighton. Now that's interesting. Is that a release clause? Have they been relegated? Oh yeah, we've got to cash in on this relegation release clause. We don't necessarily need another midfielder, but that seems silly not to bring him in. Let's just see if we get these ones initially. See, Livakovic thinks he's going to come in as a backup. He's not. Have we got a dud version of Livakovic, or has he just lost all his confidence because he's still at Dynamo Zagreb? We need that scout report quick. I don't want to sign another 2.5-star goalkeeper. I'll be furious. I'll be very, very cross. Right. Malacia as well. Boom. Caicedo, who we don't want to mess around with because there's going to be other clubs interested. Let's just go and get him. Although he's saying we don't want to mess around. He's absolutely messing around with all these demands. There you go. Yaya Toure will be joining next summer. How exciting. Bayern Munich want Dani Olmo. Not a chance. Have we got the scout report for you yet? See, he's just a 3-star keeper. It's nothing that special, is it? There you go. We're just going to bring Livakovic in. And then we're going to stop signing goalkeepers. That, boys and girls, is too many goalkeepers. Right. He is leaving. And he is going to go out on loan. Right. Rendell Correa is in. I like him for his versatility. And he's wearing the number 8 shirt as well, which I adore. Right back wearing the number 8 shirt. What? Bayern Munich have done Dani Olmo's release clause. Well, I mean, He is a position. He does play in a position we've got plenty of cover. We have just signed Sheldrup. That's not disastrous. I did like him a lot. Oh, well, there you go. We're getting Caicedo. Forgot we were in for him and Malacia. There you go. There you go. That'll do. That softens the blow a little bit of losing Olmo. That'll do very nicely. See, SEN, it's so confusing. He wants to leave them. He's asking to leave and move to a bigger club, but won't talk to us. I'm very confused. And I also don't know what's going on with the friendlies. All right, Angelino has gone to Manchester United. Splendid. Which means we're now back up to... I cannot spend this money. We're back up to £70 million. Oh, hang on. Emil Smith-Rowe's unhappy at Arsenal. Could he be the new Danny Olmo? Of course he can. Is that the deal I offered the first time? Probably need to offer a little bit more. There we go. Of course. Played for Leipzig on loan. I moved some of it back to... I was just shuffling it around. We're paying more than we originally offered, but more of it's on installments than up front. I think that's actually quite a good deal. Olmo out, Smith-Rowe in. I'll take that. Oh, we're back up over 100 million. What am I supposed to spend all this money on?
I couldn't say.
I've got to spend the budget. I can't. This is the reverse problem that I've had at every other club ever. I cannot spend all the money. Emil Smith-Rowe is in. Boom. Who needs Danny Olmo? Should we bring this chap in? "28 goals last season. That seems like my kind of player." $44 million, we can do that. Oh, I see. You actually want the 44, do you? We still really need defenders, but there's just none that excite me. There's no one interesting who can play centre-back. Do you want to come in and play for me? You're 6'4"? Good afternoon, sir. How you doing? Yeah, we'll pay your release clause. I didn't realise you were 6'4". My apologies. There's no point signing someone who's not going to be in and around the team this year. That's why Dennis Simon was pointless, because he's not going to play. There you go. We have our defender. Boom. And there's a lot of him. 6'4". Proper full-size defender. Right, I am pretty happy with that as a summer of transfers. So we shall now have a brief interlude or luncheon. And then when we're back in about 10 minutes' time, I will crack on and play a load of matches.